my name is Tanisha, founder of Boss of Me. The purpose of Boss of Me is pretty much to help guide people to, find their way in the workplace, because there is a lot of things going on within the workplace, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. And one of my first topics is really just talking about, when is it time for you to leave the workplace? I know a lot of people stay in the workplace because of money, regardless of what their situation is. But honestly, you could always find another place that will give you what you need, show the respect that you need in the workplace, and still give you that same type of money. Or maybe you may want to take a pay cut, which is nothing wrong with that. You just gotta be smart about it. But no one deserves to be mistreated in the workplace, and I see a lot of that going on. I've been a manager in the workplace for over 10 years, and I've seen so many crazy things. And the hardest thing is leaving. So how do you know when to leave? And some of the things that you need to pay attention to, for one, if they are giving your work away and leaving you with nothing else to really do. And to me, I think a lot of managers are now kind of cowards because they don't really tell you what their issue is. They just take your work away and let it be. If you see that happening, that's one of the signs that it's probably time for you to find something else, because now they don't really see the value in you and in the work you do. Another thing to look out for is if you are getting, let's say someone is, you're finding out information from somewhere else. Your boss is not telling you anything, but they're going to somebody else telling you an issue about what's going on in your area, and they don't really bring it up to you, but they tell somebody else about it. Again, they're not really feeding you the information that you need to successfully perform your job. And again, taking the way out is just talk to somebody else, and it kind of goes alongside with giving somebody else your work rather than talking to you and helping you develop yourself, so that you can make sure that you're doing your job successfully. Another thing is if someone is trying to make up lies about you. That happens a lot. A lot of people just say, or they'll take your story and they make it a extra better story. You don't want to be in an environment where you're not being respected. But how to deal with that? Honestly, you could go ahead and approach them about it, but 99% of the time, they've already have their mind made up about you. And they're just trying to find a way to get their job done without going through you. And it's not right. I definitely don't condone that, because that's where a lot of workplaces are lacking training. I think more and more companies are getting more lazier in regards to training. They don't want to take the time to sit down with you to train you. So just better off just to either talk about you behind your back or just give your work to somebody else. So, I mean, those are some of the signs that maybe you should be looking for another job, someone that values you and knows your worth. But it's also important for you to know your worth. Sometimes you have to sit down and evaluate yourself before you jump into any decisions about moving to another job. But regardless, you don't want to be somewhere where you're not valued and you're not respected, and you have to make that conscious you have to make that conscious decision to leave, and you cannot be afraid to leave and search for change. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, I strongly believe that we spend 40 hours or more, depending on what level you are, whether you're just a regular employee or your manager. We spend 40 hours away from our families. And we need to be in a place where, we are happy to come to work every single day and not really dragging your feet to go to work. Now, you will have your times where you just don't feel like going to work, but I mean, you just want to be in a place where it's a positive environment. You don't want to keep yourself in a negative environment. And so, I mean, let me know what you guys think. This is actually just my first video, so go ahead and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.